Axel here with my Game Boy Advance review. The Game Boy Advance was one of the greatest handheld systems of all time, and the game I chose to review, I feel like you can't get any more early 2000s than this. That game is Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku. When this game first came out, I was pumped for a Dragon Ball Z RPG. I never owned it, but I'm pretty sure I borrowed it from a friend and put an hour or so into it. My first thought playing this was, why am I doing meaningless tasks, and why is Goku getting destroyed by snakes and squirrels? I thought it was pretty stupid. Or, like my 13-year-old self would say, this game is So to start with this game, much like most Dragon Ball Z games, it runs through the story of the anime. You start with Raditz showing up, being the worst uncle in the world, and runs through the Frieza saga. This game, however, takes the fast lane through everything so much that I finished it in a little over 3 hours. Immediately when you start this game, you will notice how unforgiving the enemies are. You start off fighting snakes, squirrels, and wolves that actually look like little cute gray dogs. But these guys will fuck you up. Goku, the strongest warrior in the universe, and he's getting destroyed by crabs and bank robbers. You think you die a lot in Dark Souls? Try playing Legacy of Goku. Part of the problem with the combat in this game is the hit detection. You have to move and punch at an exact distance from the enemies for the attacks to connect. If you're too close, the punches go through them, but if the enemy gets too close to you, they will land attacks all day. Early on, you start with a punch and your ki blast. I realized quickly that punching does more damage than his ki attacks, which makes no sense either. For most of the first areas, I just stick and moved as much as possible, trying not to get hit. The most viable way of defeating enemies is to use Goku's solar flare to stop enemies for a second, long enough for you to land a punch, then move away. Then rinse and repeat till they die. The combat wasn't fun and felt tedious. The quests in this game are as bare bones as can be. You begin the game finding Roshi's porn mags, then you find an egg for a mommy dinosaur, then find rocks to build a bridge, then a lost child. Come to think of it, it's all fetch quests. Also, after the first few areas, you don't really have any more NPCs with side quests for you. As I said earlier, this game follows the story of the show, but skips all the filler and non-filler as well. I know the later games allow you to play as other characters, but this game desperately needed other playable characters. For example, when Goku dies after the battle with Raditz, he jumps to Snake Road, then King Kai, then to being resurrected to fight Nappa within about 10 minutes. Also, during my playthrough, I only got 2 more moves to my arsenal. When you look at the menu, there was enough room for like 6 or 8, but Solar Flare and Kamehameha was the only moves you unlock. Now, I don't want to sound like it's all bad. Later, after I leveled up to about 20, the game did feel more like it needed to. Usually one charged Kamehameha or one well-placed punch would kill a lot of the enemies. Also, a couple of the areas you get to explore were interesting, aside from the fact there didn't really have anything special in them. The sad thing is, I am one of those people who play most anime games that come out, even though I know some of them aren't really doing anything special and a lot of them are just copy and pasted. I watch the shows, and when the games come out, I enjoy just being able to live in those worlds for a little while. So I can see this kind of Dragon Ball Z game working for sure if given more time to develop. Maybe Legacy 2 or 3 is that game, but as far as Legacy of Goku 1 goes, I can't recommend this game.